It's on.
I'm Yanis from myfilm.gr and Submarine magazine in Greece. I have two small questions on Mr. Pattinson and Miss Ricci. First of all, Mr. Pattinson, do you realize that there is any kind of sensitivity inside the character, even though at the end it seems that it is completely suppressed under the glorious coming of the victory of opportunism, and also to Miss Ricci, if finally she is accepting even that side of Georges, and somehow there is a bitter acceptance on that.
Do you want to go first? Or?
There you go.
I think he's incredibly sensitive, but he's just very selfish. He doesn't have any empathy, and he can't stand other people's success. But he can feel very much everything. I mean, he just thinks he tries to relate every little thing to himself, and can as well. He thinks everyone is constantly trying to one-up him or insult him. Every minute of the day is some kind of slight to him. The street, like someone wearing better clothes than him, is like, it's nothing to do with them, it's to do with him. He's completely self-obsessed. What's the second part of the question? What was the second part of the question, sorry?
The question is, if at the end there is a kind of great suppression on this sensitivity under this glorious victory of pessimism and opportunism, and also the part of the question that is about Miss Ricci.
Yeah. I mean, I thought that's one of the things which really attracted me about it. He actually does feel genuine happiness for a second at the end when he's like, he's defeated the biggest enemy he's found, and even though he's defeated him in the most dishonorable way, like he's still essentially defeated him, and so I think it's one of the only moments of happiness he finds. But I think at the same time, again in the book, he just he immediately walks out of the church just thinking, oh, I'm going to start all over again now and just kind of just screw over a bunch of other people who are richer than Ricci. So it's interesting. His drive will never cease.
And I think for Clotilde, I think that she doesn't really accept that he is the way he is. I think she really feels that he can't possibly be the way he is. And I think she has a very sort of innocent and naive view of life. And that if she loves him, that her love will somehow make him better. And that she can make him happy. And that he isn't capable of all these bad things. That he's not actually capable of hurting her. And I think finally at the end, she is kind of broken by him, and she is broken by this acceptance that he might actually be who he really is. And I think the sad thing is that she's accepted that he is that way, but she loves him anyway.
Thank you. David?
David from Berlin-based newspaper Taz. My question goes to the directors. How do you arrange your cooperation, except Mr. Donnellan seems to do the talking?
Well, I do talk. Sometimes. My background is in design in the theatre, and in fact, doing film, it was a real question to ourselves whether it was possible to do the job, for one person to do the job of directing a movie. And in fact, our skills seem to separate very naturally. I dealt with the space, the objects, the look of it, and worked more with the camera, etc. And Declan worked with the actors, and that seemed very natural.
Okay. There was one in the back, yes. Please wait a second.
I don't feel I can add anything to that under the circumstances.
Hello, Franziska Bleken at the very back. Working for public radio in the north of Germany, I would have a question to Robert. How does it feel being here on the Berlinale in competition for you?
Are we in competition?
Are you excited, or is it a little bit frightening, or is it no big deal for you, or?
No, I mean it's great. I've never come to any kind of festival with a movie before, so this is really, it's definitely a new thing for me. I love Berlin as well, but yeah, no, there's a bunch of other films I want to see as well. But like, no, it's very exciting. Yeah, definitely.
I don't think we are in competition, or if we are, that's why I'm so relaxed.
Okay. No question on
You
the
just
left.
made me sweat. Thank you.
My question goes to the director and the actors. We are missing Thurman. She's not here. And as we saw the film, she was a driving force of the film. Can you tell us something about her acting process?
Uma.
Uma's a live wire. Uma is another actress from another background who does something completely different in this movie from what she did before. She's extremely energetic, very passionate, very alive in front of the camera. And I just think in terms of any aesthetic that Nick and I've had in our lives and in the movie, and I think we share this with Christina and Rob, and with Uma and with Holiday here, is the most important thing is that what you see in the shot should be alive rather than dead. And Uma is incredibly alive and incredibly professional, of course, but it's her capacity to go into an extraordinary and interesting emotional place just in that tiny little time of the take is absolutely extraordinary. And also she's incredible fun to be with. So that's all I can say about Uma. It was wonderful. Rob and Christina.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I can't speak to what her process is, but she's very exciting to work with because she's always doing something unexpected, and I think she keeps everyone on their toes, and she's really fun and interesting and exciting to be around as an actress.
I agree with that. And she's also incredibly physically strong, which is surprising. It's difficult when you're trying to do a rape scene.
As we discovered, Rob, me too. Anyway, but the other thing I should add is that she's mortified that she can't be here, and has sent me about 5 texts this morning that she's filming on Staten Island, which is somewhat less glamorous than being at the Berlinale. So she's really mortified that she can't be here, genuinely. As is Kristen, who's in Thailand.